Good morning to one and all. First of all, I am very much thankful to everyone being here today. So I am going to share our today's presentation with all of you. So in the last lecture, we have seen that the practical examples of drilling and blasting technology. Okay. So one of the important projects, if you want to drill for any length, for example, if you want to construct a tunnel, then which type of equipment generally we are going to use to drill and blast the particular tunnel. We have seen that in the last lecture. If you see, in case of mountain tunnel, we have two types of drilling method: the drilling and blasting (D&B) method and tunnel boring machine method. So if you want to construct a tunnel, particularly in mountainous region or in case of hill, so these are the two methods we are going to apply for the drilling and blasting purpose, and for the drilling with the help of a advanced equipment, you can say, that is the tunnel boring machine. Then another type of tunnel, that is if you want to construct a shallow buried tunnel or soft tunnel in case of the soft soil, then we have to use cut and cover method, and the another important method, that is shield method. Then if you want to construct a underwater tunnel, then we have to use the immersed tube method and the shield method to construct the underground tunnel. So depending upon the types of tunnel, we have to use the different types of the method. Each and every method is having its own the applications, and these are the applications where these methods are applicable. Then in last lectures, we have seen that the equipment used in tunnel constructions. So generally these are the equipment we have to use for the tunnel constructions. These are the not listed, but these are the more important equipment, say, for the purpose of tunnel constructions. So crawler excavator, wheel loaders, crawler loaders, tunnel boring machine, immersed tube, and we have different drilling and blasting equipment. So these are the major equipment used in the tunnel constructions. Now if you see, these are the sequence we have to follow for the tunnel drilling and blasting. Okay. First step in the tunnel construction is survey. All of you are knowing that the surveying process, in case of surveying, we have to measure the angle. So here this is the face we have selected for drilling purpose. If the shape of the tunnel is rectangular or circular or any oval shape or even square tunnel, so depending upon the requirement, for example, the tunnel is used for the purpose of transportation of the vehicles, transportation of railway. Then also the tunnel is used for the purpose of the water supply also. Somewhere we have to use the tunnel for the purpose of supplying water, and in case of the oil and if you want to supply the oil from the mine up to the industry, in certain cases, we have to use the tunnel. And in case of the sewage, you can say supply from the city, or if you want to discharge that sewage into the nala or river, then we have to construct the underground tunnel. So many applications of the tunnel we are going to use. So the first sequence, sorry, the first sequence is survey. So with the help of this, if you selected a diameter according to the purpose, then we have to measure a vertical angle, horizontal angle, incline angles with the help of the surveying technology. And we are all of us knowing that the total station, we require the modern equipment to take such measurement of the angles. Then once you decide the area where we have to excavate the particular phase, then we have to plan the drilling. So what are the various factors generally we have to consider while drilling this particular selected diameter or particular shape of the tunnel? So that depends upon so many factors. So as a civil engineer, our responsibility is that we have to design the phase for the drilling purpose. So in case of designing the drilling, the first step you have to follow the number of the holes and the center to center distance between the two drill holes. Then also depending upon the type of rock, so we have to also calculate the length of the drill hole. So how much should be the length, how much should be the diameter of that particular drill hole, and which type of drill generally which is suitable. So drilling is suitable according to the type of rock. For example, if the igneous rock will be there, then we are going to use the drill bit to drill the holes in case of the hard rock. Okay. Then the machinery which is required to drill the hole. For example, this is a hydraulic type of the machine. For example, this is a crawler mounted, and at the end of this, we have to attach the drill bit, a huge diameter drill bit according to the type of work. So the most important is that selections of the equipment. So as a engineer for the tunnel constructions, we should know which type of equipment we are going to select for the purpose of drilling. So at this stage, I would like to say some important the circumstances while selecting of the type of machinery. So if the rock is igneous or metamorphic, or the rock is the black rocks, you can say the very hard rock. So depending upon that, we have to select. So almost all we are seen that the different type of drilling and blasting technology in the previous 3 lectures. Then the another important sequence is that after drilling the particular holes according to our plan, for example, we have plan the 150 drill which required to excavate this particular area. Then we have to load certain detonators. Okay, certain chemicals we have to charge inside this particular hole. So these are the things that is the machinery which is required. This is a platform for standing of the operator, that is the worker in this particular you can say the standing platform for charging the chemicals inside this particular hole. So after charging the detonators inside the all holes, then the next thing is that blasting. So before blasting, the care should be taken that whatever may be the criteria for the blasting, awareness, then we have to aware all the people. You don't go nearby this particular area because the blasting will be happening there on the construction site. So such awareness should be there. because the possibility of the accident during the blasting is, you can say, will be there. So as an engineer, our responsibility is that at the each and every step of tunnel constructions, we have to follow all the rules and regulations. So blasting, during the blasting, we have to aware all the, you can say, the nearby area, do not come there. We have to aware with the help of the certain board. On that board, you have to paste the certain instructions, and you cannot go for under this area because there will be a blasting at the time. You have also mentioned the time also. So during this time, nobody can enter in this particular area. So all care you should be taken into consideration while blasting action. Otherwise, there will be a dangerous thing, because there will be a loss of human beings and loss of everything will be there. So the blasting is very important in case of the tunnel. Then after blasting, the ventilation will required. Okay, ventilation means what? After blasting, some certain bad smell may enter inside this working area, and to you can say escape from this particular bad smell from that burning of the detonators. So we have to adopt certain technology for removing of that bad smell from the entire construction area. So we have to um, uh, plan the this is a pipeline system will be there for ventilation purpose. Okay. So with the help of pneumatic type of the ventilator also, we have to supply the air. Uh, so such kind of things, as far as concerned the ventilation, we have to adopt. Then after blasting, there will be a certain material, loose material. Then we have to disload that material with the help of the JCB. With the help of this, we have to dump into the truck, and we have to uh, load this particular material, and we have to dump where it is required, or outside this particular tunnel. So this is the loading and unloading. Then after that, we have to scale. Scale means lining. Lining with the help of concrete lining. So as a plastering, we have done in case of the wall plaster. So similar kind of work we have to maintain for finishing work of the inside faces of the tunnel. So that is known as scaling. And the another important sequence in the tunnel constructions is that whenever there is a chance of the percolation of water, or the loose rock will be there, so we have to done the bolting. So it will strengthen the deteriorated rock with the help of certain bolting. So depending upon the strength of the particular rock and the hardness property of the rock, here we seen that there will be a erosion of the particular rock. So we have to do certain bolting. So this bolting technology is also important. And while bolting, we have to do certain factors. We have to keep into consideration certain factor where we need to generally the bolting. So as far as the construction will going on, then we can see that here is the loose material, here is the loose rock or the low strength rock, and the soft rock. So in that case, according to the experience, we have to do the bolting. So these are the sequence we have to follow in case of the tunnel drilling and blasting. Then in the last lectures, these are the things we have seen. This is a jumbo machine for the purpose of drilling. Okay, these all the things we have seen that these are the types of drill used in tunnel excavation. Okay, then what do you mean by the blasting? We have seen in the last lectures. Then the second step is the loading and blasting. These are the you can say the drill holes in which we have to charge the explosive or detonators, and these are the all detonators are attached with each other. Then certain kinds of explosive also we have seen in the last lectures. These are the explosive based upon the availability, powder explosive or destructive explosive or dynamites. Then we have also seen that these are the detonators. What do you mean by the detonators and how it is ignited? Then these are the blasting tools. These are also we have seen in the last lecture, dippers, then priming needles and tamping bars. Then the third step is ventilation. As earlier I have told you that whatever may be the bad air, so these are the technology we are going to use for the purpose of ventilation, proper ventilation, and then these are the disloading. Whatever may be the excavated material, we have to load into the truck, and then we have to replace that this mug, you can say, on the another side, and we have to clear the entire working area. Then removing of rubble. Then these are securing. These are the, you can say, the internal. You can say plastering will be done with the help of this type of technology. Okay, and this is seen this in the last lecture. These are generally called as a lining of the inside surface of the tunnel. So with the help of concrete lining or cement mortar lining, we have done these finishing surfaces. Then geological mapping. The working phase is now freely accessible, and the geologist has a few minutes to map it. In the process of determines what type of rock is present and how the rock is laid. So this type of geological mapping is very important. Then the drilling pattern and design. So this is very important as far as the tunnel construction point of view. So see here, drilling pattern design in the tunneling and drifting is based upon the following factor. So tunnel dimensions and tunnel shape and size. So which type of tunnel we are going to construct tunnel for railway, or you can say the highways, or the water supply or drainage supply or the oil supply. So once you classify the tunnel according to the purposes, then we are going to particularly design the dimensions, fixing the dimensions. Then tunnel geometry, then hole size, then final quality requirements, then geology and rock mechanical conditions, then explosive availability and means of detonation, and expected water leak, vibration restriction, and drilling equipment. So these are the things we have to particularly follow in case of the drilling pattern and design of the tunnel. So these are the important factors we should keep in our mind. Then at this stage, I would like to play one of the important software. Okay, so those who want to do the project in case of the tunnel constructions, so this software plays an important role. So Sandvik mining and rock technology. See, these are the opportunity of the, you can say, the construction technology in case of our career point of view also. So here, if you see these are the important software. How the software is used in case of the tunnel constructions. So hello, my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I would like to play here one of the important software for the tunnel construction point of view. So see here, there is no ice.
Yes. So,
Okay, I will explain all the things which is going on here. See here. Blasting and design we can do with the help of the Sandvik mining rock. So see here, pull first of all from the first step. See here, the first step. Generally, what we should do with the help of this Sandvik mining rock software. Generally, if you see here, first we need to you can say here, after giving the proper dimension, okay, for the tunnel surfaces, what we have to do? First, we have to plan the number of drill holes. So these are the number of drill holes, and the spacing between the two rows. For example, this is the first row, and this is second row, and this is third row, and this is fourth row. So whatever may be the number of holes in a particular row. So here, from the bottom up to the top, we have to plan itself in the Sandvik software of the tunnel. Then, if you see here, the another important feature of this particular software, drill and blast plan design integrating explosive selections. So up to 8% improve pull out ratio. So whatever may be the, this is the most advantages of this particular software, you can say. Then here you can see once the design is going on, you can plot the length of the particular holes and the diameter of the particular holes. So for example, on y-axis, there is a length, and on x-axis there is a diameter. Okay. So according to the type of rock, the graph is automatically plotted. Once you select the type of, you can say, the purposes of the tunnel. For example, if you want to construct the tunnel for railway or the highway, and depending upon the type of rock. So if the diameter of hole is 5 meter, or the length of the hole is 5 meter, and the diameter particularly 0.3 meter or 0.2 meter or 0.4 meter. So automatically what will be happening, you can see in the 3D also, and this is a blasting hole, and these are the number of holes, and you also get from that the automatically we have the Excel sheet. Okay, in the Excel sheet, what will be there? The number of you can say the hole, then their length, their diameter, then the pressure which is required to the drill, then type of rock, and the length of the rock. All the things we can see in one sheet, under one sheet, Excel sheet. So these are the software is very important in case of the tunnel construction point of view. So You can see in the drill plan sent to the rig for the automated and instrumented. Then this is the important things. You can simulate also. Simulations means what? What do you understand by the simulation? Blasting and design simulation. Simulation means we can see what will be happening inside the rock. As we done in case of our scanning, whatever may be the scanning, for example, X-ray of our body. So while doing the X-ray, doctor will see in our body what is the injurious things in our body. So in similar fashion, if you use this particular software, so we will able to do the simulations also. So this is a most important, you can say, the strength of this particular scientific software. So simulation we can do. Then, so this is the things I would like to say. These things is able to do with the help of this software. Simulation means how the blasting will be there, and also it has the more advantages. You can say that it has the benefit or advantages regarding about the faster decision making using real-time feedback. Okay, so these are the most advantages. Then see here what will be happening inside the tunnel. You can see. Then data management from around drilling, 100% of whole data available and illustrated. Okay. Then also the vibration. You can plot the vibrations also. So see here, the vibrations is very important because if the length of vibration is for a longer length, then what will be happening? The nearby area may get affected, and due to which the drilling and blasting technology is not advantageous. So this software calculate the vibrations, how much vibration should be there. So these are the strength of this particular, you can say, and you can able to see the details what is going on inside with the help of this particular software. So those are interested in doing the project in tunnel constructions, then this type of software is very interesting, and you can say these are the application of this particular scientific software. This is about the modern software. Then the another important things at this stage I would like to say, the tunnel boring machine, TBM machine. Okay, TBM machine. So what do you mean by TBM machine and where it is applicable? We will see now. So if you see in case of the tunnel boring machine, so tunnel boring are used to excavate the tunnel with circular cross section. Okay. So whatever may be the surface area will be there. If you see here, it can bore tunnel up to diameter 1 to 20 meter. This is the advantages of this particular tunnel boring machine. It can able to bore the diameter up to 1 to 20 meter. It made tunnel boring machine risk free. They can be used in any geology, means in any type of rock. This type of machine is used. For example, the diameter of this tunnel is up to 1 to 20 meter. A huge diameter tunnel, if you want to excavate at a particular, you can say the time. If you want to excavate 20 meter diameter, then the tunnel boring machine is used. So this is the introductory part of the tunnel boring machine. Then if you see the features of this particular machine, weight is generally 800 tons. The weight of this particular machine is 810. The length of this machine is 132 meter. If you see, we require the motors 350 HP electric motor and 8 numbers. So for the purpose of the tunnel boring with the help of this kind of TBM machine, we required a huge HP electric motor, 350 HP. So in case of our irrigation well, we required only 5 HP or up to 10 HP. But for the tunnel boring machine, we required 350 HP. And how much number of motors will require? 8 numbers. Then energy consumption is 50 lakh watt, and the cutter edge is 7 meter diameter. And the price, if you see, the price of this TBM is 70 crores. So huge initial investment we required for the TBM, and the system is largely automated. So this is about the silent features of the tunnel boring machine. I am audible? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Tell me. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, if you see here, the TBM section, we have generally the cutting head, the main driver cabin will be there, then screw conveyor, then ground conditioning system, then sealing system will be there, then grout injection, then erector and segment. So this is, you can say, the all in one. So this machine is done all the things we have seen in the last sequence of drilling and blasting. So we need not worry about the grouting or the sealing and the you can say the mucking. So each and every particular thing is done with the help of this machine. If you see here, this is a cross section of the TBM machine. So this is a rotating head generally. This is a outer portion or the head portion of this particular machine. This is rotated. So the machine is operated from the control room. This is a automated machine. Okay. So this is a control room. So operator is sitting inside this control room, and this machine is itself operated from there. Then excavated earth removed by the conveyor belt. So see, all the thing is automated. So the whatever may be the excavated material, we don't require any type of the excavator machine. It can remove all the material by the conveyor belt. Conveyor belt means what? The belt is running. In case of mall, we have seen such kind of technology. If you want to go from one floor to another floor, so there will be a belt conveyor to go from one floor to another floor. So such kind of technology will be there. So whatever may be the loose material, if you want to dam that loose material from the working area up to another place, so this is a facility will be there with the help of belt conveyor. Then the hydraulic rams push against newly placed concrete segment to drive machine forward. So then pressure is maintained in the cutting chamber. This is the cutting chamber where pressure is maintained. Then another thing is the rotating arm adds a precast concrete tunnel segment to form a rig. Then we have precast concrete segment delivered to rotating arm. Then these are the component parts: cutter head, then the bulk head, then shield, then thrust cylinder, then install segment, then gripper shoe, then belt conveyor, then screw conveyor, then excavation chamber. So these are the component parts of TBM machine. Then the most advantages of this particular machine is structural stability and safety at the face and the work area. Then the second most important advantage, automated and continuous first operation process. Then low personal expenditure. Then exact excavation profile, less rock damage, and less support requirement. So these are the most advantages of using this TBM machine. then these are having certain disadvantages. The initial cost of this particular equipment is high. Then highly trained operated needed. We require the highly trained operated to handle all the activities. Then require extensive, detailed, advanced planning of the entire drilling and support process. So it requires you can say, the advanced planning. Whatever may be the things, we have to plan in advance. So this is the disadvantages. The limitation on curve radii and enlargement. So if there will be a curve, if the change in alignment will be there, so this machine is slightly reduces operation efficiency in case of the curve alignment. Whenever there is a change in the alignment of the tunnel, you can say, so this machine cannot be used. Then requires machine to be transported with trailer to the tunnel portal. So for transportation of this particular machine on the site, we require a huge trailer to transport this particular machine at the tunnel site. So these are the certain, you can say, the disadvantages of using TBM. Then another practical example of drilling, and this is the last example, you can say, in case of drilling and blasting technology of the tunnel construction. Now, if you want to drill the mines or quarries, then what is the steps, what are the various operations, and what is the working principles for drilling and blasting of the mines or quarries. Then this is the surface application. This is a first bench where we would like to put our machines, and these are the drill bits, and this is another bench. So this technology is used for the excavation purpose of the quarries or any constructions. Okay. Then if you see here, this is a bench particularly. K is the bench height, and these are the holes. So hole diameter, these are the number of holes in a particular bench. Then the hole diameter. So these are the hole diameter in case of bench drilling. So the factor affecting while drilling any mines or any quarries or any construction site on the hard rock. So these are the factors affecting the hole diameter. First one is fragmentation, then ground vibrations, and need for selective rock excavation. So these are the three factors which affect the hole diameter. Then the fragmentation means what? After drilling, certain material is excavated with the help of that drilling. So downstream operation, then loading equipment, larger hole give coarser fragmentation. So if the diameter is larger, the coarser boulder may come out from the hole, and if the smaller hole will be there, a fine fragmentation means fine fragmentation will come out from the hole. So while doing selecting the diameter hole, so these are the factors we have to consider. Then the another things while drilling the hole in the particular mine, that is the environmental restrictions. So there will be a ground vibrations. So if suppose if you want to drill the hole in case of mines, and certain building will be there near to your area of the working. So we should know the ground vibration, then fly rock after blasting. So rock will you can say fly on the nearby area. So how much distance it will cover after blasting? So the fly rock and their distances plays an important role in case of the quarry mining or quarry blasting. Then air blast. So these are the environmental restrictions we should follow while you can say the drilling of mine. These are the terminology in bench drilling. So here, this is you can say the diameter of hole. So these are the holes which are going to drill inside this particular first bench. Then K is the bench height, and alpha is the hole inclination or hole angle. Then U, this is the U sub drilling, and capital H, if you see here, the hole length, and V is the burden, means from the outer face up to the first hole, that is known as the hole, you can say the burden, and E is the spacing between two drill holes. So these are the terminology we are going to use in case of the bench drilling, in case of the mining. Then these are the burden. Okay, so V is the burden, you can say, and the hole diameter. Then the calculation of drilling angle. So this is alpha is the drilling angle, K is the you can say the height of the bench, this is the base of this particular drilling hole, and V is the, you can say, the burden. Okay, so drilling angle alpha, L by K is equal to tan alpha. Take a triangular portion. Alpha is tan inverse L by K. So this drilling angle is very important. So ideal blasting angle is 45. Then ideal drilling angle vertical. Then ideal drilling and blasting angle is 18 degree. So these are two important things I would like to say. Then the mechanism of rock breakage. So these are the natural breaking angle of some of the rock. In the first column, if you see here, the rock type is soft shale, and the angle is 116. And if you want to drill the hole in clay shale, then we have to maintain 128 degree angle. Then dense limestone, you have to maintain 116 angle. Then soft sandstone 130 degree. Hard sandstone 144 degree. Then coarse grain marble 130 degree. Then basalt rock, if the basalt rock will be there, 146. Then diabase 126, and fine grain granite 140 degree. Then hard quartz 150 degree. So these are the breaking angles or drilling holes in a particular rock. So these are the inaccurate drilling. Vertical drilling is inaccurate. We have to do the drilling with a certain angle. So today we will stop here. We will take one, you can say, question and answer at this stage, and then we will close today's meeting. So the first question for the today's lecture, the first question I would like to post. The tunnel boring machine can be used up to what diameter? The first question is, tunnel boring machine is used up to what diameter? TBM. The first option is 2 to 20 meter. Then the second option 1 to 20 meter. And the third option is 4 to 40 meter. Then the last option 6 meter to 50 meter. So TBM generally used for the diameter up to how much? Okay, this is our first question. Then also I would like to post another important question. Second question. If L by D ratio is too larger, earlier we have seen that L by D ratio, that is the length of the drill hole to the diameter of drill hole, is too larger. Then drill becomes, if the L by D ratio is larger, then drill becomes weak. Then second option, strong. And the third option, very sharp. Then the final Option, none of the above. So these are the two questions. So the first question is that the TBM machine is used to bore the tunnel up to how much diameter? Then the answer 2 meter to 20 meter, 1 to 20, 4 meter to 40, 6 meter to 50. And the second is if L by D ratio is too larger, then the drill becomes. See here, this is the things here I would like to say in case of L by D ratio. Length to the diameter. So if you see here, calculation of drilling angle. If the length to L by D ratio is too large, then the drill becomes weak or strong or very sharp or none of the above. So this is a logical question. So if L by D ratio is too large, then the drill becomes weak or strong or very sharp or none of the above. So okay, the answer for the first is 1 meter to 20 meter. I appreciate your effort. 98% people say that 1 meter to 20 meter. Absolutely correct. Then the second question. If L by D ratio is too large, then drill becomes weak, strong, very sharp, none of the above. So if anybody is having any question, please ask at this stage. And really, if you want to do the project in case of tunnel, because in Dhule there will be a work is going on for tunnel construction. So we have the software. You can learn new things and do your project. So think about that kind of work. So attempt the second question also. Attempt the second one. Hello, can you hear me properly? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Attempt the second one. If the L by D ratio is too large, then drill becomes. So if there is no questions, then I will stop the today's lecture. Okay. Thank you everyone being here. I will stop the recording.